Hello, Tom Zeritskas here, and I'm going to talk about a brand new concept that I've come up with called Spelsay. Spelsay is a set of rules to say English revealing exact spelling. And this site right here is what you were looking at. If you were to go here, you can click on all of these links that you will see coming up, this one and the ones in red. Now you can freeze and read these things, and I will go over them quickly to get it to do it quickly. And we have, there's the rules listed down on the left. Here is starting with A. If you see the letter A, you know that you can pronounce it eh or ah. For instance, glass in regular U.S. English is glass, but it can be pronounced in Spelsay glasses or glosses. You have to say the S twice to show that it is there. And the A could change either way in the British or the American style. AR is always the R with R. If you see A at the end of a word, it's always If you see silent E at the end of the word, separating A from a consonant, that's a. So for instance, fade or fades or faded or fading. It's always fade. You have to put that E in there if you see it. For instance, the all ending, that's the aw sound, spelled that way in Truespel. The word is fall, spelled that way in regular. And fall, you have to say the L twice. Asian is, we'll go into that later with the S-I-O-N and T-I-O-N, Asian, ration and ration. Could be the A or A sound for that. AI is A, and the word said becomes say-id. Aw is a typical spelling. This is the spelling of the aw sound in Truespel with the tildes. Tilde indicates Truespel. Ang and ank could also be, as in bang, bank, could also be bang or bank. Spoken that way would indicate the A. AY indicates a long A as in say. Let's get to the E's. When you see an E by itself, it's generally a short E as in get. But when you see an E at the end of a word with a consonant before a previous E, that's E, as in here, would be here, because you have to pronounce that ending E. This is tricky. If you see an EE, that would be pronounced EE, as in free would be free E. And that's to differentiate it from EA. If, for instance, the word, it would be pronounced EA, or EA, real. Real becomes real because you have to show that A is there. EI, as in there, becomes the ear or the ear. TH is duplicitous, as we'll talk about. EO becomes EO, so we have piopla for people. ER is no problem, very typical. E ending is, like we said, you have to say the E ending. Now, there is 5 words special for an E ending: we, he, be, she, me. And you could say them short web, he, she, me, and you would know also that that is an E. But to make it more English-like, we'll just say those are special words, and you can say long E. EU is pronounced U, as in Europe. I'll put a through a Y in there for that, Europe, but you say Europe. Letter I, typical short I, is in sit, and if you have an I in caps, in a word, that's a typical letter called I. And the I is separated at the end of the word by a silent E, like in the word side becomes side. You have to say that silent E. IGH. IGH is spoken as I, for instance, as in sight. ING can be E, sing, sink, but you can use short I there too, sin, sink. IA, Ea, as in matir, al. IE is I, laed. Lied becomes lied. IO, it can be IO, or there's a special situation of shin and shin, but generally it's IO. Milleon. So it's IO. IO or IO. And letter O we're up to, and that is an easy one. That's always pronounced long O. OA is OA, so boat becomes boat. OE becomes OE, as in goes becomes goes. And the letter E at the end, silent E, previous to a consonant, and O is OE. So bone is bone, and bones is boneless. The double O as in book, that's the sound. It could be OO, so it could be bo-oak. Or is typical, OR. OU is typical, ow as an out. OI is typical as an oi, join. ONG can be aw or o, long or long. Letter U, if you see it, is generally as in fun. UA, when you see it, is generally actually. UE ending is blue, blue, blue. U, silent E ending, preceded by U and a consonant, is with like tune is tune. UTION is ushin. And we're up to Y vowel. Now, Y vowel is tough. You see a Y vowel and it's I try. The Y sound is attached to an N, try, because generally an ending Y is the E sound. So we have to separate that out. And here we have the Y vowel ending as E, silly, and that would be sillily. We're into consonants. The B sound, B, is fine, but the C sound is hard, always hard. Well, not always hard. When you see a C, you generally can say it two ways. You can say it hard, as in can, and there are twice as many K sounds for the letter C as for the letter K, so the C stands for the K sound. But there's also a soft C, and we say that as a sibilant S. So cider is cider. It's a short I. CIAL is also special, sounds a shul. So if you say shul, you're saying CIAL. CH is ch, no problem. D is no problem. D. F is no problem. F. G hard is no problem. Good. But there's also a silent, soft G. And that would be Gina. For Jean, we also usually say Jean. It would be Gina. Got to have that little G sound ahead of it to show it's made, that J sound is made with a G. And GH is a real toughie. The word tough it's Taug. Taug. That's a Taug one, unfortunately. And the GE ending, ja, as in bridge, has a silent D and a silent E. So we have to say them. Bridge. Bridge. And GY is always said, ending GY is G. Always said G. If you hear G, you know it's a GY ending. If you hear H, you know it's H. Help me. But at there was a problem with the H at the end. O, the word O, pronounced O, it's O. Oh, you got to get that H in there. J is really not a problem. The K is, as we said, a sibilant now. So word bake with the silent E at the end is bake. Bake. L is no problem. L sound. M, no problem. N, no problem. P, no problem. PH is a real problem, as such as graph. So we are saying it graph. Graph. Pf is PH. And Q is a special sound. You hardly see that, but you see QU a lot, and that's KW. So quote, if you would say quota, quota. R, no problem. S, no problem. SH, no problem. But you have SION, that is always going to be jin, as in vision. And TION is always going to be shin, as in ration. So if you hear those sounds, you know, you got the SION and you got the TION. T is no problem. TH, if you hear a th or a th, voiced or unvoiced, it's TH. You have V is not a problem. W, wool is not a problem. But when it comes at the end of a word, it is a problem. You have to say this word, which is normally how, as hove. Hove. Try to get that W sound in there. X has a new sound, just the GZ. So exit. Exit. You hear gz, that's an X. Y is a consonant is no problem, yes. And Z is a consonant is no problem, Z. So enjoy Truespel with Spell. Not Spell, Spelsay. It used to be Spell. Spelsay, the Spelsay rules to say English, revealing exact spelling. And we're at this site here. Go here and you see this, and you can click on other links. Thank you, Tom Zarinskas signing off.